There is lots of evidence, tons of it in fact, that there are a group of people collectively known as the Illuminati who want us to believe in some extraterrestrial threat from space so that they can cause a world government, bringing together of all the people to resist that external threat.
UFOs are obviously unidentified flying objects. Some are man-made, some are from some other source. The popular concept is that a UFO is an alien spacecraft piloted by aliens from some other world, some other star system. I personally don't believe that, having worked in a project with Dr. Edward Teller. The UFOs we're seeing today are primarily all satanic vehicles, and we have built a number of these underground and undersea bases for these followmen. And we were getting our technology from them, and we were letting them do genetic experiments on humans and animals here. In the late 70s, just after I left the organization, in the late 70s, we were kicked out. Humans were kicked out of our own bases by these alleged aliens. They had us build infrastructure to build technologies that they needed in a war that's coming, are going to finish anyway, against Jesus, Yeshua.
UFOs and demons. I want to get your overall take on this.
Well, I believe that UFOs were demonic for a long time, and so a few years ago I started to really delve into it deeply, going through thousands and thousands of pages. That this whole phenomenon cannot be a material phenomenon, it has to be a spiritual phenomenon. And if we take the UFO so-called aircraft itself, we can see that it's a fact they've been tracked at incredible speeds of tens of thousands of miles an hour. Then they instantly reverse at those speeds. They make right-angle turns at those speeds, and sometimes they make sonic booms, or they make noises sometimes when they're traveling. Other times they're completely silent, so that contradicts the laws of science. In fact, most UFOs make no noise. Witnesses has said, who have seen many UFOs, that the aircraft itself seems as if it were alive. Sometimes they're picked up on radar, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they can be picked up on photographs that people have taken of them. Sometimes they don't appear in the photographs when people try to take a picture of them. While in flight, sometimes they change color, size, shape. And so, in fact, actually every color of the spectrum just about has been reported for these UFO so-called aircraft. Frequently they instantly appear and disappear in front of people. They'll pass through physical objects. They've passed through the water, the ground. One UFO will turn into multiple UFOs. Multiple UFOs will merge into one UFO. Sometimes the UFOs leave material traces of their visitation. Other times they do not. One person will see the UFO. The person right next to them will not see the UFO. And the same thing happens with groups of people. One group will see the UFO. Group right next to them won't see it. And so there's no way that someone can explain from a scientific standpoint how this is possible for any material craft to do these things. They violate all the known laws of science. And the same thing, of course, is demonstrated by the so-called aliens when they visit people. They'll appear right in front of people in their homes, of course, passing through the walls, disappearing in front of people. Frequently when they leave, people have smelled like sulfur and other bad smells, which have traditionally been associated with cases of possession or obsession, demonic obsession or possession. And so all these things show you that if we can prove that it's not a material phenomenon, it's a spiritual phenomenon, which leaves you really they're from hell. They're out to deceive people. The grand design of all of it is to make people lose faith in the gospel, to sort of throw your whole belief system out and replace it with a new false belief system that will, they hope, the demons who are actually behind this whole deception, get you in hell by destroying your faith completely.
These messengers of deception, as you would call them, as Jacques Vallée would call them, why do they hide behind the illusion, Michael, of UFOs or ET craft?
Because if a person can believe that they are aliens by appearing in certain ways in the air, and the person thinks that, well, they've got to be aliens, I'm convinced it's got to be that, then a person starts to believe there's life on other planets, there are aliens out there, why didn't the Bible speak about this? And so the devil gets you going down a road, which is really, for a lot of people, the beginning of the end,